defending him.
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. He's still in jail or something, but he was celebrating a victory, but he seems, I guess it wasn't as good as a victory.
It was a Tuesday morning in June 2025. The air inside a New York courtroom felt cold and too quiet. Donald Trump sat at one table. Sean Diddy Combs sat at the other. Not long ago, they were friendly. Now, Trump was pushing hard for the maximum sentence. The kind that could keep Diddy in prison for decades. Each charge Diddy faces could mean 10 years. 2 charges, 20 years total. It's a shocking turn for a man who once ruled the music charts. But something happened. Behind closed doors. Something that turned Trump's cool distance into a legal hammer. In the room, Trump's lawyers leaned forward. Diddy's team whispered in panic. The judge's gavel was only inches away. If you think fame can always protect you, this story may change your mind. Stay with me, because before this is over, you'll hear a hidden detail that shows this fight is not just about laws. It's about revenge, power, and a truth too dangerous to say out loud. There was a time when Donald Trump and Sean Diddy Combs stood on the same stage. From 2016 to 2019, they shared events, smiled in friendly interviews, and spoke about each other with respect. That's why what's happening now feels so personal, because this isn't just a court case. It's a fallout between two powerful men who once acted like allies. In late 2020, everything shifted. Diddy made it clear he would not support Trump's re-election. Behind the scenes, he was even said to have mocked Trump in private. It's like a friendship turning into war, but this one is playing out on a national stage. And here's the twist. This fight isn't only about politics. It's about pride. It's about feeling betrayed by someone you once called a friend. Inside Trump's camp, Diddy was now labeled as disloyal. And in politics, that's a dangerous tag to carry. The quiet grudge didn't stay quiet for long. Every small resentment grew until it had a microphone. People are even digging up old moments, like a 2005 clip where Trump publicly defended Diddy during another controversy. That clip is going viral again. But now, it plays like an ironic trailer for the feud we're watching today. So, what could have taken this from a silent grudge to an open demand for the maximum sentence? May 2025. Diddy walks into court facing charges under the Federal Mann Act. It's a law that's been around since 1910, and it's still one of the harshest federal tools on the books. At first, his legal team feels confident. He's a first-time offender. They believe the judge will show leniency, but the math on the paper says something else. 2 counts times 10 years each equals 20 years possible. It's like thinking you'll just get a warning for speeding, and then being told they want to take your license for life. Then comes the twist. Word spreads that Donald Trump, now no longer a friend, is pushing for the maximum sentence. Suddenly, the hope of leniency begins to fade. Each time Diddy's lawyers ask for bail, they hear the same word: denied. Even a $50 million bond, backed by his Miami mansion, is rejected. In the room, you can feel it. That early confidence is starting to crack. The prosecution grows bolder with every hearing. The fight isn't just about facts anymore, it's about pressure. And if the Mann Act is on the table, the stakes are as high as they get. So why would the judge refuse a bond that massive? What's pushing this case into such unforgiving territory? The courtroom is so quiet, you could hear a pen drop. Then the judge looks straight at Diddy and says the words that change everything. Flight risk, danger to the community. For a man who once topped the music charts, walked red carpets, and sold out arenas, those are devastating labels. His lawyers don't waste a second. They offer $5 million in bond. Rejected. They raise it to $10 million. Rejected. Finally, a $50 million bond, fully secured by his Miami mansion. Still, rejected. It's like offering your entire home just to step outside. And still hearing, you're not going anywhere. To most people, this makes no sense. First-time offenders usually have a better shot at bail. But here, the rules feel different. That's when the whispers start. Insiders claim some of Trump's closest allies have been advising the court behind closed doors. Not on record, not in public, but in ways that still carry weight. We don't see the meetings, we don't hear the calls, but the pattern is hard to ignore. The more Diddy's team fights, the harder the pushback becomes. It starts to feel less like legal caution and more like a political chess game. And in that game, the target isn't always the crime written in the charges. Sometimes, the real target is the person. If that's true, then this isn't just about the Mann Act charges. It's about sending a message that loyalty matters. And crossing the wrong line comes with a price. But if Diddy isn't the only target, who or what is all this pressure really aimed at? The rumors start slow, then pick up speed. Some insiders claim Diddy tried something bold, maybe even reckless. They say he may have hinted he had sensitive files he could use to bargain for a pardon. Not just any files. Allegedly, files tied to the infamous Epstein list. If true, that's a dangerous bet. It's like threatening to show someone's private diary without knowing how far they'll go to stop you. Then comes the mini explosion online. Elon Musk posts a tweet, just a few lines, suggesting Trump's name might be linked to those files. Within minutes, the post is deleted. But by then, screenshots are everywhere. The temperature in the political room changes instantly. Reporters swarm, commentators speculate, and suddenly what was once whispered is now being debated on air. Trump moves fast. He denies any connection, flat, clear. But something else changes too. His tone toward Diddy hardens overnight. No more old friendship vibes. No more light comments. Just sharp words and cold distance. It feels like the bridge between them has been burned to the ground. The conflict now isn't only legal, it's personal. In high-stakes games like this, the moment you make it personal, the gloves come off. And if Diddy really tried to play this card, then misjudge the reaction. That could be the shocking incident that sealed his fate. Because in a room full of power, a failed gamble doesn't just lose you the hand. It can take you out of the game, for good. In politics, a secret is never a shield. It's a target on your back. The moment you're believed to be holding something dangerous, you stop being just a person in trouble and start being a problem that needs solving. That's the danger zone. After the rumor about those sensitive files, something changes instantly. The quiet pardon talks, the ones people thought might give Diddy a way out, vanish. No more whispers of a deal. No more hope of leniency. It's like holding a grenade and suddenly realizing the pin is already loose. From here, the tone from Trump's camp hardens even more. And this is the point, according to insiders, when Trump's push for the max sentence truly begins. No middle ground, no reduced time, just the full weight of the law, thrown like a sledgehammer. Every legal move after this moment feels different. The case no longer looks like a normal courtroom fight. It looks like punishment. Like the goal isn't just to get a conviction, it's to erase a threat. Prosecutors rarely push for a max unless they feel outside pressure. And here, the pressure seems to be everywhere. In the media, in the statements, in the strategy. For Diddy, it's a shift he can feel. The odds start to look impossible. Every request is denied. Every option shrinks. And for the first time, even his inner circle starts to whisper, this isn't about justice anymore. This is about making sure he can't fight back, ever again. For Diddy, the courtroom battle is only one part of the fight. Outside those walls, his empire, the one he spent decades building, begins to crumble. Deals he once signed with a single call are now being canceled overnight. Music streams that brought in millions start to drop. Within just a few weeks, key partnerships are gone. It's like spending years building a castle, brick by brick, and then watching it burn down in a matter of days. The loss isn't just financial, it's personal. Some of his closest friends, people who once stood beside him at events and award shows, now don't return his calls. Others keep their distance, afraid that being seen with him could hurt their own careers. The isolation makes the fight even harder. When you're cut off from your network, you lose more than support. You lose your influence. And in the world of power, influence is everything. This is power-crushing power. Not just a man in court, but a man being erased from the industry he helped shape. Reports start tracking his net worth. Once, it was close to $800 million. Now, it's in free fall. Every new headline about his case makes the fall faster. It's a public unbuilding. Everyone can see the walls come down. For Diddy, each loss is like another sentence before the real one is even handed down. But even with all this damage, there's still one thing left that if it's taken away, would completely destroy him.
Number one priority is to get Trump out of office. The tribe of people that have the responsibility and really should be scared to death of this man
There's one piece of this story that almost no one will talk about in public: the alleged files. They are sealed, unseen by the public, locked away where only a few people have access. And that's what makes them so dangerous. Sometimes a loud accusation can be argued. It can be proven wrong, but silence can grow into something bigger than any fact. Every time a reporter asks about these files, the answer is the same: no comment. And every no comment only makes the suspicion stronger. It's like hearing a ticking sound in the next room, but no one will open the door to see what it is. Rumors start to fill the gap. Whispers become stories. Stories become beliefs. The truth: we still don't know what's inside, but the whispers claim they might be tied to names, events, and deals that could shake more than one industry. If these files are real, they are nuclear. And keeping them secret might protect more than just Diddy. It might protect powerful people. People who don't want to ever see those pages in the light. Some sealed court files stay hidden for decades. Others never open at all. So the question grows louder: what's in those files? And why is everyone so terrified to let it out? It's the last week before sentencing, June 2025. The whispers are getting louder, not in the news, but in the hallways outside the courtroom. Inside, everyone seems to know something. The lawyers, the agents, even the judge. But the public, they're still in the dark. Then comes the bombshell order. The judge announces the file hearing will be closed to all media. No cameras, no recordings, no public notes. It's like being told the ending of a movie will play, but only for a private audience. For the rest of us, we'll never get to see it. Then, a hint, a small, almost throwaway comment from someone inside, a possible leak. No one confirms it, no one denies it. Now the stakes are sky high, because whatever is inside those sealed files could decide more than just Diddy's sentence. It could decide how much the public learns. The truth could either be buried forever, or blow the roof off politics and music at the same time. One single ruling, one choice by the judge, could change the game for decades. And here's the twist: sealed evidence isn't always safe. If political tides change, if new leaders or agendas rise, those pages could still come out. Not today, not tomorrow, but someday. So the final question lingers in the air. When that secret finally comes out, will it be justice or will it be revenge? The courtroom is silent, but behind those sealed doors lies a file that could change everything. Inside, according to whispers, are names, big names, from politics, from entertainment, names tied to events no one wants public. This was never just about the Mann Act. It was about silencing a threat before the wrong page ever saw daylight. Because in the world of power games, truth isn't always freedom. Sometimes it's a weapon, and when a weapon is too dangerous, you bury it with the person holding it. For Diddy, that meant his downfall wasn't just a case. It was a message, a warning to anyone who might one day hold the same kind of secret. The emotional punch hits hardest here. Decades of building an empire, gone in months. Not just because of charges, but because of what he might know. Trump's push for the max sentence now makes sense in a new way. It wasn't only about punishment, it was about protection. Protecting certain people, protecting certain truths. And here's the question that hangs in the air. If you had a secret that could destroy the powerful, would you use it or would you hide it? Knowing that speaking it could be the last thing you ever do? The trial isn't over. The world is holding its breath. In just days, we could see Diddy handed a sentence that could keep him behind bars for decades. Or something even bigger could break first. A leak, a page from those sealed files, spilling into the public eye. If that happens, the story changes forever. Because this case isn't only about laws, it's about power. It's about how justice and revenge can look the same until you see who benefits. And when politics is in the mix, the truth can be rewritten before it ever reaches the people. Right now, we're watching a game played at the highest level. Every move is calculated, every silence is loaded, and every headline is missing what's still locked away. When that sentencing day comes, we'll be here, breaking it down, date stamping every fact, separating the rumors from the records. Subscribe now so you don't miss the full breakdown when it hits. And tell me, Do you think this was justice or was it revenge? Wrapped in the shape of a sentence.